And as you're feeling yourself now in this time and place, I want you to tell me the very first things that you see or the very first impressions that you have as you begin to understand where you are and what is happening around you.
Looking at a screen, it looks like it's changing. The scene is changing on the screen in front of me. It's just a bit fuzzy now. But I'm on a ship. And there are some controls in front of me. I feel like my ship doesn't really, it's kind of see-through, like I can see all the stars. It's not solid in any way. So I can see the controls, they're highlighted in blue, so that's how I can make them out. But otherwise, and I can make out the sort of corners of my ship, they're also blue. But otherwise we're just suspended in the stars.
Is there anyone there with you? Anyone else?
It feels, in this room I'm by myself, but it feels like there are others on the ship with me.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to look down and tell me how do you look like down at your body if you feel like you have a body?
I have a body. I have like boots on. They feel very sturdy. They're white. It's like I can feel my toes wiggling inside them. But I think otherwise I'm not wearing, I just got like some tight sort of grey suit on. There's not much. It's very simple. I have something strapped around my thigh.
What is it? Could you zoom in? Describe it for me, please.
Looks like a gun, but it's not a gun. It doesn't feel like it's there to protect or to harm. It feels like a tool, an equipment of sort.
Mm-hmm. What material is it?
It's heavy, it's cold, it's white. Actually, it's not as heavy as it looks.
Mm.
It has a trigger on it. That's what makes it look like a gun, but it's not a gun, it's a tool.
What do you use it for?
I use it to get a reading, like to check. I have particularly machinery, like a scanner, I think. It helps me locate what I'm looking for in my ship.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about your suit. You said it's kind of gray.
It's gray, like very tight on my body, but very comfortable. I don't feel like I'm wearing a tight suit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very plain, like there really isn't much going on. It's got long sleeves, long pants that go into my boots.
So your hands are free? Your hands are free?
My hands are free, yeah. And they're hands, yes. They are. They've got some sort of band between my thumb and my pointer finger. It's kind of, I think that's part of my suit maybe that I don't know, is strapped onto around my thumb.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like there's more space between my thumb and my finger, my pointer finger. I feel like there's a lot of space in between there. Like I've got 4 fingers and then my thumb is somewhat separate from the 4 fingers.
Are both hands the same? Look at the other hand as well and compare them.
So no, they're not the same. My one hand feels different. It's like a shimmery blue in color. It's my right hand. Long fingers, very long fingers. I feel like actually I feel like my whole body is morphing into a much more elongated figure. Still with the right, those thumbs being separate to the other 4 fingers. Sure, I feel like my arms are just growing right now.
Are you still having your suit on?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, it feels like there's something containing me, but I'm a lot more energetic in feeling than human. Still see my hands. I still see the strap over my thumb. But I'm shimmery. I'm a bit blue, like energy, but I have form.
Let us have a look at your head and your face. Can you describe it for me, please?
So it feels very like alien. Like I had to think of typical alien, big head. But there's something, no, it's energetic. There is a lot of energy around my head, like orbs of energy around my head. I feel, it's just energy really. There's nothing solid. I see eyes and I'm not sure there's a mouth.
How do the eyes look like?
They look kind of small, like a crescent moon, like on their side. And they're green, like they're orbs rather than eyes. They're swirling green, blue, yellow, those sort of colors.
Could you comment on the size of your eyes? You said they are small compared to the head, you mean?
Yeah, compared to the energetic head, it's like my hair is wild and crazy, but it's really just energy. It's coming off the top of my head.
So do you have any physical hair on your head?
No,
nothing.
No, there's nothing physical. It feels like the suit keeps me contained. But my head isn't in anything. My head and my hands.
Do you see a nose or a mouth or ear?
No.
So is there anything there in the facial features that resembles a mouth or no?
There are swirls of energy under my eyes, but I wouldn't call them a nose or a mouth. Yeah.
So you do not need to eat?
Does not feel like it, no.
How do you get your energy from? How do you sustain your body?
I connect through my heart. I feel like consciousness streams in, and that's what generates energy within my body. I feel it happens through connection, and it can happen over distance, or it can happen, kind of in close proximity. But there's a portal in my heart space that feeds me, and it's kind of a two-way connection. Feels like we're all connected this way. We're all connected this way. We are. We're supporting each other. There is energy moving through us. We are aware. There's a lot of awareness about what is happening across time, across space. There are wheels that come from that space, like energetic cords that go to different beings and different consciousnesses and link back. But we have multiple of these coming in and out. Oh, it's a very big wheel.
When you say wheel, could you describe me or explain me a little bit more about what you mean?
I see it as a wagon wheel, like an old wagon wheel, like that's how I'm seeing it, where the center of the wheel is my heart, and the spokes of the wheel are going out into different consciousness, but those consciousness are then the center of their wheel. So it's almost every being has multiple touch points, multiple connection points, and then from there you are connected to everything the other being is connected to. Just lots and lots of wheels, lots of interceding lines. They're running, there's just energy going in both directions, greens, blues, fast white light, and
could you talk to me about the purpose of these connections?
To learn and to sustain, to create portals, to anchor portals. We travel, but we are portals. We are portals for others to travel.
And when you say we, could you specify?
The other beings that I'm connected to, we are portals. We create highways, like tubes of energy for movement. The number 12 keeps coming up, so I'm not sure if there are only 12 of us. Mm-hmm. And then each one of us has 12, and then 12, and then 12.
So the group that you are connected with, are they of the same race? Do they look like you or different?
No, we're different.
Mm-hmm.
We all have this portal at the center of our being. We all connect through the same portal. It's all in the same sort of location in the body.
Mm-hmm. And what is the purpose of all of that?
Harmony is the word that's coming through.
Beautiful.
Nurturing. Just feeding. Allowing energy to move from one to the other, to feed where it's needed, to create this continuous harmony.
Are you still aware of yourself in your ship, inside your ship?
No, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than a ship. I feel like I'm just the portal, like this is what I do. I hold the space and It's a lot of energy. There's a lot of energy being transmitted all the time.
Through you?
Through me, yeah.
So the portal is your energy field or your physical body? Or how does it work?
Yeah, so I feel that those are the same. My physical body and my energetic body are actually the same. It's all integrated. I see just swirls of light, and that's me, that's who I am. I'm the center of this world. Still connected with all of those highways, the spokes of the wheel. There. The consciousness that comes through. I know that through this work, it's important to hold the portal open and to allow the streams of energy to flow in and out, and to point them in the right direction. It feels like the mission is very clear, and that even though I'm on my own here, that I'm so connected, and
Would you like to tell me more about your mission?
To keep this portal open.
Why this specific portal? What is the purpose of this portal?
To move consciousness, to move it where it's needed, to place it into the next portal that is calling for it. It feels like as the portals begin to shut down, the energy is sent from other places to sustain that portal, to sustain that energy, that life force. But it feels like I have a really healthy portal. I feel that it's good here. Our mission is on track and it seems to flow. Don't feel like I've been asking for energy from other portals. I feel like I'm more of a provider. Some information comes through that just doesn't feel like it resonates. And so this consciousness needs to be filtered. It needs to be cleared, cleaned. Like there's a way to do that. And to just allow the pure consciousness to flow.
Is this your job?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just clearing it. It's part of my job. It's not all of it, but yeah, it's a part of it.
How do you do that? How do you clear that?
We intensify and we isolate. We seems to be examined. But it just all happens energetically, and it happens very quickly, very, very quickly. Kind of see it, isolate it, intensify, and it flows again in a different color, like it will come in murky or dark or just dark colors really. There's spots in the field, and they get cleared.
And do you have a base? Do you have a home?
Yes.
Could you tell me a little bit more about this place?
It's a planet.
Mm-hmm. Does it have a name?
Sirius is running through my head, but
Okay.
I don't have a specific name. But
So it is located in the Sirius star system?
Yeah.
Very good.
It is. It looks like a marble. It looks blue and white.
The planet, you mean, from the distance?
Yeah, from a distance. I feel an apprehension to be there. I feel like it's been so long that I'm not sure what I'm going to find if I land there.
You mean you haven't been there you feel that you haven't been there for quite some time?
Yeah.
Why did you leave? And
I was given the assignment to be the portal, and I accepted.
Wonderful.
I accepted. And it's just been long.
Do you miss then your home?
Yes.
So
I know my work is important.
Yes. So is your family there?
Yes. Family is a strange concept, but yes, there are attachments, there's energy that I belong to or I come from.
Okay, so let us see what are you being shown?
So I'm being shown, I think I'm on the planet, being shown feels like a goodbye. I see someone who's possibly a father figure. I feel very connected to this very big, green, masculine type energy. He looks at me.
How does this then being look like? Could you please give us some more description?
So it's a bit humanoid in appearance, but very strong, very muscular, very big, like a almost titan, but not physical, energetic. Wearing a very big something on his head. It's like a big helmet case that has space for eyes. Kind of just fits over, but covers where like a human's nose would be, but it shows the eyes. And then from the top are some geometrical shapes that are, there's two of them, very tall ones that come out and then splay out kind of the top. And then there are some smaller ones, triangles and right-angled, lots of right angles, like L sort of shapes coming off the middle. And it's very energetic. It pulsates, dark in the middle and green, like to make out the shapes.
And you see some some connection to this being, to this energy, like a father figure or some sort?
Yeah, like that pulsating feels like home. It feels like home.
What is happening now in what you're seeing? Is there any communication or what happened? Could you describe me how the scene unfolds?
So it feels like a spaceship, but it's not physical. And so this energy is there, but so are smaller energies, like two smaller energies. These feel also like they're a part of me, but there's no real communication. I'm standing in what feels like a portal, and I'm about ready to go, and they're just radiating love on me, just radiating like this knowing, this remember this, I think is what I'm getting. Remember this.
Remember what?
Remember this place. Remember this energy. Remember leaving here, because you'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
You'll come back.
Are there more beings there around you now in this scene?
Yes, there are others, and they're all watching as I stand in this portal to leave. But it's very different. There's so many different beings.
Different kinds of beings, you mean? Different?
Yeah, so there are some that are just energetic, and there are others that are more physical, kind of hybrids of possibly animals I've seen on Earth. But somewhere blue and somewhere white, somewhere green. It feels relevant in some way.
Familiar.
Yeah.
So
those colors are a language.
Language? Tell me about it.
Okay, so there is something about the elements and how different nations channel different elements, and so they wear their elements, and that's where the colors come from. Yeah.
Colors have an energetic imprint?
Of an element from planets that they come from. Yeah.
Do they have a purpose?
Containment and allowing us to be and share the same space. Yeah.
So you said you're standing on this portal. Could you describe it for us, please? How does this portal look like?
If I look down, it looks like an eye, but a machine. It's, it looks very technical, but it's energetic. Looks like an eye. It's got kind of a bulky frame around it that has geometric patterns. And I'm standing in what feels like a diaphragm of sorts. It's like a very thin sheath, but it's an eye in the middle. It's like a blue eye in the middle that then almost ripples out becomes darker as it ripples out. I'm standing, it's kind of vibrating under my feet.
So if I understand you correctly, you're going to travel through this portal?
Yeah, to take on my mission. This is how I will leave.
Okay, so let's see what happens next.
Okay, my energy starts to become one with the sheet under my feet, under where I'm standing. I just start to become one with the sheath. And I feel myself spreading out, so as parts of me go through the sheath, they expand out, and I feel like I am the universe itself. Like a huge skirt just opens and I fall through it. I fall through this skirt of stars as I'm falling through the sheath. So the sheath feels like a skirt being pulled up over my legs, over my waist, and as I go through it, I feel like the universe. I feel my energy expand out, and I feel like I'm taking space, a lot of space, and I'm radiating out. It's heart. Okay, that's it. That's it. I'm through. I'm the portal. My connections are establishing. I see now that the other portals I'm connecting to are showing me the same colors that I saw back before I left. So in some way I know what consciousness is coming through because of the colors that I'm connected through to. Yeah.
So now you are the portal.
Yeah.
So you have stepped into your mission.
Yes.
Wonderful. Is there anything else you would like to share from what you are experiencing right now?
I feel that I work very closely with the green portal. That's the earth portal.
I see. Why with this one specifically? What's the purpose of working?
There's a lot of pain, a lot of fear. It's very hard for that portal to sustain itself.
And what you are talking about, the energies that are emanating from Gaia?
Yeah.
I see.
She's seeking a lot of help. It's been hard to sustain that.
Why?
Feels that not all portals are as willing to support. It feels like some block because they themselves need to rejuvenate. Feels like the whole process is on an axis with Gaia Gaia being at the tip of the bottom of this axis. And she's pulling, she's sending and she's pulling in. But it feels like the response is not balanced.
Mhm.
Not everyone is keeping their agreement.
When you say everyone, what do you mean?
Not all portals, not all portals.
What
Not all
agreements? What agreements are you talking about?
The agreements to support one another, the agreement to be in this reciprocity, consciousness.
So there is consciousness within the portal
Yeah.
that take decisions, that operate this system?
Yes.
Okay. Like you in your experience right now?
Yes.
Okay. So you're helping with this, you said you're helping now with this portal that is connected to Earth.
Yes.
Mm.
There is something about the red portal. There is something.
Tell me about it.
The red portal sends out energy that is forceful. It's very forceful. And that's also putting pressure on the system. It's like we're not ready.
That is Gaia's portal, correct?
No, the red portal is another system.
I see, okay.
The green portal is Gaia's portal. She sits in there.
Yeah.
She's not the portal, if that makes sense. She's part of the 12 that portal supports.
What about the red portal that you are now referring to?
I feel like I spend time easing that energy, slowing it down. It needs to land, but it's too soon. It's too soon. We need to be ready.
When you say we, what do you mean?
I mean the other portals. I mean, as a system, we need to be ready. There's something about the sacral chakra. There's something about these portals in the womb.
There is some connection.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It has to do with birthing on planets. Feel their gateways. I just see a womb with all these colors like popping in and out of it. So the same colors of the portals, kind of imprinting some form of consciousness into the wombs. With this red consciousness. It feels hostile. It feels like it dominates. And
what is this energy? Can you trace it to its root and find its origin?
It sits in the heart of man and physical heart. It It's like a festering. It's created from man's heart, from a wound that was so deep. It was so deep. And I see a throne with a big being on it. And the being is dark matter. He's cloaked. He's got this red, it looks like lava. Looks like a cloak of lava. It's like red underneath. But flows. Just flows with darkness. When he sits on his throne and he commands more and more and more and more.
More of what?
Oh, like his fingers, they fletch and there's like, come, bring it. More. More energy, more souls, more. Oh.
Is this an individual consciousness? Is it like an entity? How do you perceive this force?
I perceive it as it's big. I feel it is a consciousness. But it's like it has a kingdom behind this master are clouds of darkness that spark with light. There's activity, there are ships, there's cities, it's a demand.
And is this connected to Earth or humans in some way?
Yes. Because it's tapping into our wombs.
And what can be done about this? Is there a way out?
It's why the portals. It's what the portals are for. To clear that energy. It feels like in the past that energy has dominated the womb space, but that there's others support the mission, that the womb is being cleared, is allowing for more diverse beings, more diverse consciousness to be birthed within it. But sometimes in some wombs, that consciousness still grows like the conditions are right. But there are more and more consciousness being pulled into the womb space. Greens and blues and whites. Greens and blues and whites, some yellows. Greens and blues and whites.
I wonder why Claudia is seeing this now, today.
She needs to understand that it has to do with the children. Her womb fought this war, or her womb expanded her consciousness that could eradicate this dark consciousness. Her womb has birthed beings that are not yet known on this planet. And her womb can birth so much more. She holds the key to fighting, eradicating, completing the cycle of this dark consciousness, to end it forever.
How can she do that?
She recognizes it within herself. She recognizes where that dark consciousness lies within her. She can see it in others. Her breath finds it. Her breath finds it and creates a portal for the other portals to purify and to cleanse.
Does she know how to do this, or would you like to give her some instructions?
She knows how to do this.
She does? She does know consciously?
She's been doing it. I think the process of linking to the portals and understanding where the cleansing is coming from is the part she wasn't fully realizing. But she knows.
Okay.
She knows that her breath can permeate through the dimensions. She knows that her breath flows through physical reality and into the atoms that hold the dark consciousness. She's known.
So her breath is part of her tools?
Yes.
Is there anything more she needs to know about her breath and how to use it?
That it can be used to uplift, to hold, to quieten not just individuals but whole areas, to bring whole cities to peace if she channels, if she intends to channel, and if others are in agreement that that be so. She can hold space for whole cities, whole countries if she allows it.
Wow. Is this in any way part of her mission here on Earth, or is this her main mission, or what could you tell her about that?
It is but a part of 12. It is but a part of the 12. This is one of the 12.
When you say 12, do you mean 12 individual assignments?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one of the 12.
Yeah, this is one of the 12.
Okay.
But this is the one that's related to helping Gaia, to helping the green portal.
Is this something that she needs to do on her own, or she can do it in a group to have more assistance?
She does this on her own. She can do this all on her own. But it is amplified within circles. It is amplified with others. there are others who do the same, who have the same gift. And they will find each other. They will find each other.
Is there anything else you would like to share with her regarding this specific mission? Think it's fully understood from her conscious mind?
Oh, she's here to anchor. She's here to anchor the tip of Africa. She's here to anchor it with her breath into Gaia. She knows where she's been. And she must continue to travel. She must continue to seek out these places. And all she has to do is to breathe and to imagine this deep anchoring into the heart of Gaia. Deep anchoring. It's here. Her mission is here, but she will find others and other places. But she must continue to travel.
So this mission in this life is also connected to her Syrian counterpart.
Yes.
It feels to me like an extension of something.
Yes. It's an evolution of. It's an evolution. It's an evolution of this planetary grid. It's a cosmic grid. It's an evolution. The experiment and the expansion for all of us.
So, could you elaborate on the other parts of her mission in this life?
To raise her children, to create opportunities for them, to connect with their missions, with their portals, with their star family. She is but a caretaker now. She must continue her travels with them. They must travel with her. They will show her what she might not see. They will guide her. They have others who they will bring to her.
So these trips are part of the mission?
Yes.
I have many questions on all these subjects. So I would like a little bit more clarity today, and I'm very glad that we are receiving already a lot of valuable information for her path, for her journey. So I have many questions on her future and her children and their relationship. But before we get into that, if there's anything more you would like to comment on her general mission here on Earth, that would be wonderful.
Don't be attached to anything. Don't allow your mind to attach to anything. This is also transient. It is also fleeting. Follow the guidance you've received. You've done well. You've done well to follow the guidance you've received. Just keep following. Don't be attached to people, to places, to experiences. Don't stay there. Just move forward. Use your breath to allow you, to propel you to move forward.
Anything more you would like to tell her regarding the breath, how to develop this gift. They would like to have some practical, concrete 3D instructions if this is appropriate.
We are showing her now how she can follow her breath. It's just an extension of her intelligence. It clears and it retrieves information. And so she can use it anywhere to clear any room, any space, to understand the shifts that need to happen for the person, the place, the space to come into harmony, to be a clear channel for the consciousness that needs to move through it. She must allow and she must lean into it, practice, breathe, and just breathe, and she'll know, she knows. She knows.
So you mean the conscious breath, that's all it takes?
Yeah.
With the awareness.
Intentions and consciousness, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. So then I would like to ask you a little bit more about her family. You already touched upon it earlier, and I would like to expand on that a little bit more. And let us start by her children. You mentioned about her children already, that they are connected to her mission.
Very much. Her children, her youngest child is also Syrian. He is an extension of her soul family, her star family. He is her reminder. He has come to help her heal from her past.
Which past do you mean?
These attachments that she needs to leave behind. He's helping her to heal the attachment to these wounds, these events, these things that have happened.
Meaning
came in this life for this incarnation. He's come to clear her field. He's come to help clear her field.
She says that she feels like as he's an intense mirror.
Yes. He is her. He is her. He is her. And he has the breath. He has the breath. And that is the greatest gift she is here to gift him. Is to help him use his breath now. His mission is to anchor the same healing in the places he goes to. School, his friends, he's clearing patterns before they become entrained in the consciousness, before they become trauma. He's doing that at school. He's doing that in the playground. With every breath, with every particle of his breath that touches another, he's clearing and he's clearing. And he's helping beings, small beings, awaken Her awakening now, 6, 7, 8, 9. And he's a conductor. He's a conductor. She wants to know how she can help him. She wants to know how such a little person can hold such a big job, such big work. She needs to know that he's grounded in her. As the more certainty she has in her own gift, in her own mission, the more grounded he is in his. Because he is one of her 12. He is one of her 12. He is her backup.
Is there any way you could support him with his anxiety?
Support her anxiety. Come back to the portal of the heart and feed his heart through hers. Tap into that stream of consciousness, all 12 others, and ask for support. That's how we keep the portal open. The SOS for support and the receiving of the light. When she allows that, he will receive too. He will receive through her heart.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing all this. Can we talk a little bit about her eldest son? And first of all, why did he choose to have this disability?
This is a mission that is our greatest honor to watch unfold. He has come to open hearts. The disability allows others to feel safe with him. It pulls others to him. It tears down any boundaries, blocks, walls to connection. He knew this. He knew that people would come to him, and it was just a way for him to get closer to those who need it, to get closer without being intimidating.
Is he connected karmically to her?
No.
Mm.
No. This is a pure being. He feels like an old soul, but he is a new soul, a pure light. He holds the wisdom of all those souls that have come before him, and he knows, he just knows. And he remembers the events that shifted the energy on this planet. He connects to those events, and he is here for the next event.
Oh, this is what we call natural disasters.
They're perceived as natural disasters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because Claudia was saying that he's recently very attracted to these events, and she was quite surprised, and she didn't know why. She couldn't.
The collective consciousness sees these events as natural disasters, or at least that's how the stories are passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course they are energetically triggered, right? Or manifest.
Dimensional shifts.
Yeah. And so, is there anything you would like to share with her on regards to how she could support him on his journey?
She holds guilt.
Why?
She holds guilt because she feels her womb could not hold him.
Is that true?
No.
Of course not, right?
No.
So she doesn't need this guilt. She needs to let that guilt go.
She lets, yes.
It had nothing to do with her.
That is right. He chose a grand entrance. He chose those events. He knew they would be held. He knew, and it is his path to walk. And she's doing everything she needs to do. And she has done everything she needs to do. She needs to remember that all the soul needs is love and nurturing. And that is everything she already gives to him intuitively. The rest is just noise. It's just noise.
So she shouldn't worry.
She should just carry on.
And so what happened in the operation in May? Was he reintegrated, or what happened then?
It's difficult to explain. He returned to source. Feels like some form of an upgrade took place. An expanded mission. So much has happened. In the last 7 years. Some shifts have been coordinated and have gone as planned. Others have not. He is the same but different. But all is well, and all is as it should be. And in time, he will share his experience. Once he has the language to do that.
Okay, so is there anything we could do to assist him today, or is all is well?
There is a lot of big emotion that needs to settle, that needs to clear, and that's something we'd like to support with today.
Yes, absolutely. What do you suggest that we do? What can you do to support?
Just a minute. Some containment. The placing of a Merkaba above the house. And I'm just being shown the spinning Merkaba above my home, and it's creating a sphere of containment, enforcement. Okay.
Amazing. So what is the purpose of this Merkaba?
This is the place where all can come to recharge, rejuvenate, reset. This is home base. This is home base. Oh.
And how is this going to assist Luca?
Not just Luca, the whole family. Not just being shown when we go out, come back, being like kind of an instant reset on energetic fields. It's automatic.
I'm here.
Are you here?
I'm here. I'm allowing the energy transmission to come through to you and giving you the space to receive the healing. And in the meantime, may I ask a few more questions?
Yes.
Thank you. So we would like to ask a little bit clarification on the relationship between her and her husband. And first of all, ask if this is a relationship that is going to stay, meaning if they're meant to walk the rest of their life together.
Yes.
Okay. So if that's the case, how can they unlock a deeper connection between them?
They're doing the work. There's a lion that is waiting to come alive. The energy of the lion is awakening, and as they go deeper within their union, this energy will fully realize itself. It will be that energy that carries the family through time. The energy is awakening. There is a truth that needs to be heard. And that truth is that there is no one person healing another. There is no one person holding the other. There are two souls who have contracted to support a fundamental shift in the concept of family. The rest is just noise. What needs to be allowed is for energy to flow. It's uncomfortable sometimes, but those are the moments where more resilience and more commitment to believing, to knowing, to connecting. The union clears the portal, coming together of these two souls supports the clearing of the portal.
So he is a part of this.
Yes.
So he's doing a lot of work without perhaps necessarily being very consciously aware of.
Yes.
Is there anything else that she needs to know about these relationships, or can we move on?
There is something about the left side, left eye, The left eye is opening. His left eye is opening. Oh, it is happening. It is the left eye of Horus, and you will know. You will know. But she will see. She will see when it happens.
And what does this mean for him?
Egypt is for him, and she should follow him.
So once you brought that up, the subject of Egypt, I would like to ask if there's any guidance that could be given today on this trip.
Follow him.
Mm-hmm.
Follow him. She'll be shown where anchoring needs to take place. And she will know when to use her breath. But she should follow him. He will take her. She just needs to say yes.
Mm.
Follow him.
So is this trip related also to their family mission?
Yes. There is a lot that will unfold on the trip, but it is an acceleration to bring the whole family into alignment, into an equal frequency, into a shared frequency, to prepare for the event in South America. She knows the place where it will happen, and she will know. She will know. Egypt needs to unfold in order for the rest to become clear. Trust and allow yourself to be guided. Just say yes, and the rest will come.
Is there any guidance that you could give to her to prepare?
Keep all options open. Don't be attached to any one thing. Just allow.
So whatever it is that they are supposed to do there, what is it that they are looking for there, which is not clear yet, it's going to reveal itself in time?
Yes.
Okay.
And it will be unexpected. We see the expectation that this is going to happen in a temple or in a sacred space. It's not there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there. And so by allowing, by saying yes, by allowing her husband to be a tour guide, he will show her all of them. It's not just for her, it's for them all. He will show her.
So what is then her role in this?
Her breath, she'll be anchoring. She will be anchoring some pivotal points in the ley lines with her breath. She works these ley lines now. She'll know. She's been doing it in South Africa unconsciously. And by the time she gets to Egypt, she will understand it. She will be deeply connected to it, and she will know. Her husband will show her where.
Wonderful. Can we talk now a little bit about her relationship with her parents?
This feels like something that is not important at this stage, but let's see what your questions are.
I guess my question would be, first of all, to remind her and maybe give her a little bit more information, if it's appropriate, on the reason why, first of all, she chose these two souls as her physical parents in this lifetime.
There is a connection between what we showed her about the womb and the womb that she was birthed through. There was an energetic shift, a clearing, a forceful energy within the portals. Oh, that was very active at the time of her birth, of her conception, rather. It was her decision to be the energy that conquered, eliminated the darkness of the womb she was birthed through. She has done this in many lifetimes. It is part of her mission as the portal to shift and eliminate the darkest energies from landing in the womb. So she has not so much selected her parents, but rather completed her mission, or a section of her mission, by allowing her consciousness, fragments of herself, to be incarnated in wombs that can birth terror onto Gaia.
What do you mean, birth terror?
This dark consciousness, it is, if it is not cleared, it takes the seat of the soul, and that is the source of pain on Gaia now.
So how can she heal this? Are there perhaps suppressed negative emotions that she's still holding within and need to be released? That we bring.
Yes. Yes.
Is she ready to do this now? Is this appropriate?
Yes.
Okay. So could you... Yes, please.
She is holding this within the lowest chakras. I feel like I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay. I guess it is part of the releasing process. So
yes.
Okay. So we will allow her to go, and then she will come back and we can continue.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the connection and your communication. I would like to ask you if you could give us an overview of what happened while Claudia was in the bathroom, if it was in any way connected to the healing.
Much karmic pain is held within the lower chakras, but it is the pain of many generations. She has done much work to clear this, and more work will come. She must remember to allow the natural urges of her body to eat, to drink, to release, and the healing that took place was a release of behavioral patterns, familial behavioral patterns of her mother and her mother's mother. Hold on to wounding as a badge of honor. I have suffered, therefore I am is no longer a part of her reality.
Are there any suppressed negative emotions that she does need inside her body, perhaps, that we could release today?
Yes. Anger and resentment. Those two are the most prominent.
Okay. And could you make now a body scan on her body and see where are these negative energies?
Hips.
Are there perhaps any other negative emotions trapped inside her body, in other areas of her body, that we could address today?
Solar plexus.
What do you see there?
Is just out of alignment, erratic in its pulsing, distorted. You're correcting.
Wonderful, thank you. Is he responding? Is he allowing you to make these adjustments?
Yes, with some resistance.
Okay.
Particularly in the hips.
So then I would like to ask Claudia's conscious mind to gently step aside and just be the observer and allow for this appropriate healing to take place, that it's so much needed for her today, and it's been now given. So is he now a little bit more open to receive?
Yes.
Wonderful. Are you still working on her?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. So as you're done? Okay, so if we were to look at this area again now, her solar plexus area, could you give us an update and tell us how does this place look like now?
It's pulsating with a clear rhythm.
Beautiful.
And contained or spherical. It's good.
Wonderful, wonderful. So how is she going to see this manifesting into her life from now on? What will be the change, the difference?
Certainty, conviction, standing tall and firm. She will walk her path without doubt, without a doubt.
Amazing. So she will be able to step more fully into her mission also then.
Yes.
Wonderful. Is there anything else that we could address on regards to healing Anything else that perhaps you would like to do today? Any realignment, any release, any...
We are currently working on the connection between the crown chakra and the third eye.
Why are you doing this?
There is a blockage. We're just opening up.
Wonderful. Does he need to know the reason of the blockage?
No.
Okay. Is it done?
Yes. I think so. Yes.
Thank you. Is this going to help her with her psychic vision, with her activating her psychic sight?
Her psychic sight is activated. She will now be able to understand it more clearly.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. And well, we do have still a lot of questions. So before I continue, I would like to ask if it is okay for her physical body to stay in this way, and if we could keep her under this state for a little bit longer.
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful.
Just making some adjustments.
Absolutely. So then I would like to ask regarding her Syrian star family, which she has, in my understanding, quite recently become aware of that connection. And so today you already revealed to her that quote-unquote past life as a Syrian. So first of all, before I make assumptions, I would like to ask if that information was correct, if indeed that life we saw was connected to Sirius.
No.
Okay. Because while we were going through that journey, I asked her to go to her home planet, and I asked her if it has a name, and she said, I hear Sirius. And so that's why I'm asking now to clarify this. So is there any information you would like to give us on that? So it was not Sirius, the life we saw?
No.
It doesn't matter. But is he indeed connected to Sirius B?
Yes.
Is there any more information perhaps you would like to share with her today regarding this connection?
No.
Okay. Perhaps advice on how to experience more frequent and more clear connection with her star family?
We have shown her the portals, and she has an experience of that connection. She uses the information and the processes that she has witnessed today. The connections will become stronger and stronger, and she will see that she has always been connected, and that is all.
Wonderful, thank you. And what about the light language that she channels? Where does it come from?
It comes from the portals. Is the energy that is sent through to support and to cleanse. And so it comes from all different places in the galaxy, depending on what is needed then.
Okay, beautiful. And is there anything you would like to share with her regarding her dreams, her connection with her dreams? She would like to be able to remember them more clearly when she wakes up in the morning, and also be able to interpret them with more clarity.
Again, her psychic vision is intact. And just because her dreams are not being translated to her in the way that she would expect, does not mean that she's not integrating her experiences in dream time. She is, and by following her intuition, by following the guidance she receives, she is realizing, materializing her dreams in this reality. She is doing it. It is just different to what she expected.
So it doesn't matter if she doesn't remember fully, or if she doesn't necessarily have intellectual information to interpret them. It's a mechanism that is it's working as it should.
Yes.
Fantastic. Any comment on the grandmothers in the jungle, the vision she had, who were singing to or through her?
These are her grandmothers. These are all her grandmothers, the grandmothers of her womb. They are her bloodline.
You mean physical ancestors?
Physical ancestors.
Okay. Beautiful. And what was the purpose of this encounter, of this vision?
They are holding her. They're always holding her. And they will teach her. They will open her up to other gifts. The gifts of her bloodline. Gifts that have not been realized. There is a big gap in the generations, but they're all supporting her. And the jungle is a place where she feels connected. It's her sacred place, and that's why they're there.
Wonderful, thank you. So then I would like to move on to another subject regarding her relationship with smoking. So I would like to have a higher understanding on her relationship with tobacco.
She's been trying to control the power of her breath. Through smoking, she both feels it and she controls it. She keeps it within her. It's self-medicine.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
It's self-medicine.
Explain that, please.
Well, she's gifting herself with her own medicine, as if taking a breath isn't enough. But this feels like something her physical body needs right now. But over time, the need will subside. The need will lessen as she masters her breath. It's okay. The answers will come. And
Okay.
there's no rush.
Okay. So we already touched upon the mission that says on, and that involves also all the family members, the immediate family members. I'm just going through the questions, and so then I would just like to ask, I'm reading her question. It feels like the four of us have a big mission. What is it and how can we fulfill it? What guidance can be given on preparation for Egypt, for South America, and generally? So is there anything more perhaps we need to address, or we have already explored this subject and it has what she needs?
We've explored the subject.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so then I have two last questions. The one is in regards to her healing practice. She's saying that she was feeling as kind of a little bit stuck in a cycle, not being able to fully step forward. And so the question is, how can she maintain momentum even when life gets intense? How can she be the woman, the wife, the mother, the nurturer, the healer, all at the same time? And how can she further integrate these parts of her into one authentic, graceful flow?
She needs to come back to home base. This is where all of those things come back into balance. This is where she will master the flow of all of these parts of herself. And that is all.
Beautiful. Okay. So we already did a body scan and some healing that was needed. I wonder if there's anything more that needs to be done today to support her with healing, or we did everything we needed to do today.
Today, I think we've done enough.
Wonderful. Okay, so is there anything else that you wish that you would have asked today?
No.
Okay. So can we have a closing last message before we close this session?
Yes. To understand pain and fear, we must truly experience it. That is part of the process of being human. But to allow the pain to consume all of us, the whole body, the heart, the fields around it, is to diminish the experience that you are here to have. Pain has been such a focus of your life, but no longer serves you where you're going.
Wonderful. So I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart from the connection, the communication and the healing that took place here.
Thank you.